Today we're going to talk about how to use an air compressor. This is going to be a super quick and basic intro to how to use the air compressor, what the functions are and how to set them. So let's just get a lot closer and take a look at it. Okay, so first I guess we just go over the very basics. This is a power cord. Okay, it's probably too basic. Power switch, off, on. Okay, right here is a little blow-off feed valve, which I'll show you that in a minute. And we're going to have one hose hook up here and one hose hook up here. Okay, we have two gauges on this. This is a very basic standard setup for an air compressor. Okay, you're gonna have your main tank pressure, which will tell you which one it is right here. Tank pressure means how much pressure is in the main tank down here. Okay, and then this is a regulated pressure, which means how much pressure is going to the hose. Now, when you have a hose connector here and here, this one will just give you the full pressure of the tank. There's no regulation at all, no matter what this is set at. And this one here will be the regulated pressure, which you're going to use the majority of the time, whether you're using nail guns or other different air tools. Now, to adjust the regulated air pressure, first it's best to get the air tank up to full pressure. So plug it in, turn it on, let it run until it cycles and turns off, okay? And then simply righty-tighty, you're going to turn it to the right, they make low noises, turn to the left, and they're going to adjust the gauge here. Now, sometimes when you turn it up and down, this gauge doesn't show you the perfect regulated pressure until you actually use a little bit, okay? Now, to plug a hose in, okay, we're going to take the male end of our air hose, and I'm going to show you, we got two different types of connectors here actually, because I've changed this one here. This one here came with very standard basic connectors, so you have to pull the sleeve back before you insert the hose. So you pull that back, insert the hose, there you go, and make sure the sleeve comes all the way forward before it's locked. Sometimes it'll kind of stick in there but not be locked, and you're going to move it and then it'll pop loose and shoots out. That's dangerous, okay? Now to remove it, you're going to pull the sleeve back. It's actually good to push the hose back in a little bit to relieve a little bit of the pressure. Just push it in a little bit, pull the sleeve, and there we go. That was the air pressure coming out of the hose. Now this one here, if you can see, all right, is already kind of pulled back. And this one here, you don't have to pull back to insert the hose. You stick the hose in, push it, and it slides itself into the forward position. Again, make sure it's all the way forward and not holding back a little bit. To remove it, it's the exact same as the other one. Push it forward a little bit to relieve the pressure, pull the sleeve back, and pull the hose out. That is most of the basics right there to using your tool. Some of you might be like, well, you just talked about this regulated pressure. How do I know what to set it to? Well, that's going to be dependent on each individual tool you're using. So if you have a nail gun, at the end of the nail gun, they almost always say max pressure. And then in the instructions or on the side of the gun, it'll tell you the working range. Most guns work somewhere around 75 psi, 80 psi. Most of them have a max of 100 to 120, okay? So you don't want to be cranking this up. This tank will go to 150, but you want to keep it regulated down so you don't damage the piston or the seals, the O-rings, or anything like that. Hope that's self-explanatory there. And then earlier I said I would get to this. Now, for some reason, you need to take pressure out of this tank. For whatever reason, and you don't have the hose nearby, you can just yank this out, and it lets pressure out. Some of them kind of stick, and you got to stick it back in. Some are spring-loaded and go right back in on their own. This one obviously goes back in on its own, okay? Now, there is a maintenance tip about getting the moisture out of this tank, but I will do that in another video. And so I'll put that video now that we're wrapping this video up. So check out how to get the moisture out of the tank video there. And if you didn't before, please take a moment, subscribe to the channel, and check out my website. Thanks again so much. Please share. You guys have a great one.